Hi everyone, welcome to Jacob the Analyst YouTube channel. I just want to talk about the recent Diamond League race that took place in Florence, Italy, and focus specifically on what I did not like about Abby Steiner and what I did like. And we will also cover other Americans that include Maura Lake Atkinson, Jenna Prandini, and Gabby Thomas as well in this discussion. By the way, I cannot show video clips because NBC Sports owns the rights. However, a link to the race is in the description. First off, congrats to Mary Jose Talu for taking the win. As far as Abby Steiner goes, I was not pleased about this race and for several reasons, and it was also not about the time which she finished 11:23, coming in 5th place. That is around her average this season, and in perspective, it does not come close to her personal best, in which she ran a 10:90 during her last year in Kentucky. This race bothers me because Nationals and Worlds are very near. Putting Steiner in the 100 meters makes very little sense right now. She should run more of the 200 and 400, which she excels at. It's too late in the season for her to improve her speed in the 100 meters, in my opinion. I hoped she would work on her reaction times during indoor season by participating in the 60 meters with Aaliyah Hobbs, which would have challenged her. But it didn't happen. Steiner deserves credit though for running the 300 and 400 meters well and breaking the American indoor record at the 115th Melrose Games. She could have also participated in the 60 at these events because she has excellent endurance and doesn't tire easily compared to other athletes. The training has been too relaxed for Steiner this season, and I put Melissa Jefferson in the same category since they both turned pro. Steiner ran about 60 races in her last year at Kentucky. She needs to train a lot if we want to see her at her peak. The more she trains, especially at her young age, the better she becomes and the more comfortable with her speed. When age becomes a factor, like Shelly Ann Fraser-Price at 36 or Talu at 34, then ease off. Run a few races then. But muscle memory needs to be built up now. It's why we can always count on Talu and Fraser-Price to run a consistent sub-11 flat, because it's already ingrained in your minds and bodies when they hear the gun go off instantly. Gina Lückenkemper, who is currently 26, belongs in that consistent camp as well. Gina is a mature sprinter who will give you a low 11 most of the time, but at least it's a consistent low 11. The best strategy, I think, for Steiner is the following. Her agency at Puma needs to put her in the Diamond League 200 or 400 meter race so she can score more Diamond League points early during the season, where she is more likely to be Diamond League champion in the 200 meters compared to the 100 meters, and at least finishing top 3 in the 400 meters if she were to run that race. Those events, I think, would also be helpful for Steiner, and after the season, with Worlds being over, they can put her in the 100 meters, as we will see why in a moment. Now, one thing I wanted to address about this race that maybe most people overlooked is that this race is simply a business opportunity for Puma, mixed in with a sprinkle of politics. We have Abby Steiner, Gina Lueckenkemper, and Prandini all in this race. I think Puma's goal is to make a considerable push into the European market with Prandini and Steiner. Here is a video I created last year in September, already forecasting this early and highlighting the importance of brand deals and your impact. The bottom line is finance. Play it in 3, 2, and 1. Hi everyone, welcome to part 2. If you have not seen part 1, you can find a link to the video in the comment section and description. Shout out goes to Athletic Interest. Make sure you check out your channel. Cheers. The women's sportswear market, hear this, is expected to grow rapidly in the coming years and has better margins. That means Adidas and Nike earn more money when they sell products for women and are keen to have influential female brand ambassadors. Steiner definitely has a bigger fan base in the United States compared to any female on the sprint team this year in 2022. And her presence internationally was also recognized by other countries that included Jamaica. But where this starts to get interesting is what will happen in Europe, as this is Puma's second largest market next to America. You, being the marketing director of Puma, has to decide if she is destined to go mainstream. But let's keep that answer on pause until the Diamond League and World Athletic competitions take place again in Europe 2023. The recent videos that our channel created, as well as After News Delight, comparing athletes of many different talents across the Europeans, show that there's an audience not being served with enough discourse around the sport. Hence why I think in general this sport is underrated compared to women's tennis. And the possibilities are endless. For example, what if we see an Abby Steiner-like appearance running against Gina Lückenkemper in a street race similar to Tyson Gay back in Europe in 2010, where he ran an amazing time of 1941 seconds. Now, in contrast to Abby Steiner, she is just coming out of college. Therefore, the amount of networking experience is not the same. It would definitely take Abby Steiner time to build that up, as the only popular athlete that most people can think of in the United States tied to Puma is Usain Bolt, compared to hundreds of Nike athletes. And since she is with Puma, that brand is not as deep with talent compared to Nike, where if you want to speak or network with a multi-billion-dollar Nike brand with a name of Michael Jordan, it's a completely separate camp of people you have to go through, and it comes with a massive amount of clout. However, approaching this type of engagement as a female compared to male might tend to have less obstacles due to the growing popularity of women's sports. So that part of the conversation still allows for opportunities for Steiner to develop if she wanted to. If you watched that video, let me know what you guys think in the bottom of the comment section on if you agree or disagree with this race being a business decision. Further along the lines, Steiner gives us the ability to highlight other Americans who ran in this race. That included Akinosun, who I'll be honest with you, I am not familiar with until I saw this race. So we will look at stats for a second. We also had Gina Prandini and Gabby Thomas. Morolake Akinosun is a Nigerian-born American track runner who competed at the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. She won a team gold medal at the 2015 Pan American Games in Toronto in the 4x100 meter relay. She is only the second woman ever to score in 4 events at an NCAA Outdoor Championships in consecutive seasons. She is a 4-time NCAA 4x100 meter champion. Akinosun won a gold medal at the 2013 USA Junior Championships in the 100 meters with a time of 11:64. This season in 2023, she participated in the indoor 60 meters over in France and ran about a 7.2. Her average in the 100 meters is about 11 flat this season, which is pretty good. And she finished 4th overall in this race. And Gina Prandini, most of you guys are familiar with, came in 7th place in this race with a time of 11:33. Prandini is not really a 100 meter runner. However, she's excellent in relays, as you guys know. Again, this event screamed business decision, as it made no sense. A few weeks prior, she won the 200 meters, and I'll be creating a video for that later on, as Tanisha Terry ran in that race as well. And we have Gabby Thomas finishing with a time of 11:27, coming in 6th place. Thomas's average in the 100 meters is about a 11:20. She is able to make up for it in the 200 meters. Now, looking at Thomas's time and a recent rising star, Tamari Davis. Davis is a pretty dominant athlete in the 200 meters, able to keep up with Steiner and Thomas. But Davis is better than both athletes in the 100 meters, which makes me go, as I think something special is going on with Davis at the moment. Davis can give you a sub 11, and she can also give you a sub 2220 at the same time. So pay special attention to Davis going into nationals and worlds. And that is a close to this video. If you liked this video, please give it a like or dislike, and feel free to share it on Facebook or whatever social media you use. And if there is an athlete you want us to discuss before Worlds on the US team, please let me know in the comments section. Special thanks goes to people who donate and actively participate in the chats as well. Special thanks goes to Track and Ace. Make sure to check out his channel. Part of the Osaka clip was from Athletic Interest, who allowed me to use his content. If you have not checked out his channel, then you can find it in the comments section and in the video description as well. Special thanks to people who donate. David Kloss, a few active people in our channel in the comments who are bringing up some great points and stats. Amber Aben, Erica Asahan, Dolores, Brendan Schaffer, Charles Harmon, David O'Connor, Nibiyanshu Nag, Eric Hopkins, FBI, Hair Toss, Erwin Rondolp, Jack Bell, Jake 100 Mile, John Richardson, Josh Furryman, Las Vegas, Mr. Thomas, Norwalk, Pat Williams, Philo Biblian, Robert, and Stephen Kennedy. So if you liked this video, then check out the videos right above or visit our short clip playlist. Have a great